Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inshallah, we'll start 3.1. What we have mainly in this section, we are doing 2.1 again somehow. So we define the slope of the tangent line. I have a tangent line to the curve at a point A is the line through P, which passes through this point P, which is also a point of the curve. This is a most important point, which is the point of tangency, call it. The slope of that tangent line is this limit. Limit as this goes to A, f of x minus f of A over x minus A. It has another form, but this is one of the form. This is the other form. So the limit is goes to 0, f of A plus h minus f of h over A over h, which is the same. By the way, these two forms are the same. So this is what we did for the tangent line. Now, if you remember, if you have the flow, if you have a position function, s equal f of t, you know the position at time equal a, at time equal a plus h at two different timing. We can define what's called the average velocity, which is delta y over delta x, f of a plus h minus f of a plus h minus a, which is h. And also we'll define the instantaneous velocity, which is, this is, if you remember, this is the same limit. The velocity at time t equal a is equal to the slope of the tangent line at the point B, where the point B is a and f of a. Okay. And from that, we define what's called the derivative. This is the derivative. This is the derivative of a function f at a point A, at a number A. Okay. So the tangent line is the line through this, whose slope is what? F prime at A. Or I can write it in this form. Also, we have the rate of change, which is, this is like the average velocity. We call it the average rate of change of y with respect to x. And we have the instantaneous rate of change, which is what? Which is the derivative, which is the same thing with the limit. So it's like, it's the derivative. So we have three things. The slope of the lines tangent to the curve is equal to the derivative. The rate of change at the point is equal to the derivative. If you have position function, the instantaneous velocity is the derivative, f prime at A. There is also the speed, which is the absolute value of f prime at A. As we said, this is the derivative. We call it differentiable at A, and we call the process differentiation. We say that this is f prime, is the, if we do it for many values, then we make another function, f prime of x. The domain of f prime is the same domain, is the set all x, so that f prime of x exists. It's either the domain of f or smaller than that. It's either the domain of f or smaller than that. So the domain of f always equal, the domain of f either equal to the domain of f prime or bigger than the domain of f prime. These are just notations. This is also another notations. This they call it differential operator. They have Leibniz notation. This they call it Leibniz notation. We say a function is differentiable if it is if f prime the limit exists. Differentiable in open interval, differentiable at any point. There are some theorems. If f is differentiable at A, then it's continuous at A. Notice another thing. If the function is continuous at A, and the limit of f prime as x goes to A is equal to infinity, I make the absolute value to make it, instead of writing plus or minus infinity, then the function is said vertical tangent at A. It said vertical tangent at A. So this is the definition of the vertical tangent. Example, this example has a vertical tangent, which is, you notice, x to the power 1/3. This is continuous. at x equals 0. I mean, x equals 0 here. X equals 0 is a vertical tangent for this function. X equals 0 is a vertical tangent. If you do F prime, assume I know the formulas. 1/3 x to the power 2/3, which is very clear. As it goes to 0, this function will go to what? Infinity, since this is will be over 0. So for sure, I have vertical tangent at x equals 0. How a function fails to be differentiable? If it is discontinuous, this is the first one. Corner, if it is discontinuous, this is discontinuity. Corner like this one, like absolute value of x. So the slope here, one of them positive, the other one is negative. Like absolute value of x, this is, we call it corner or sharp turn. Our book is using this word, sharp turn. The last things, if it has vertical tangent, like this one. So the tangent line becomes a vertical line. This also we define the derivative, like what we did with the continuity from right and from left. We define also the derivative from left and from right with the limit. With the h goes to 0, yeah, with the limit h goes to 0 from left, we call it f prime left. I mean the derivative from the left. H goes to 0 from right, the derivative from right. Also, we can use it with the other notation. F prime at A exists if f prime from left equal f prime from right. Higher derivative, we just take the derivative of the second derivative, the derivative of the first derivative, third derivative, the derivative of the second derivative, and so on. If you have position function, derivative will give me velocity. Second derivative, which is the first derivative of v, will give me the acceleration. Okay, that's all as a summary of what we have. Now, let me start the problems. Okay. They say that the tangent line, when the tangent of y equal f of x at this point passes through another point. They want f prime at A. What we have a function. I don't know what is the function. It passes through the point 1 and 2. The function seems to be going like this. Through the point 1 and 2. And tangent at this point. Okay, this is 1 and 2. It's tangent at this point. And the line, this is tangent to the curve at this point, 1 and 2. Also passes through another point, 2 and 3. They want f prime at A. F prime at 1 at this point. We know that f prime is what? Is the slope of the tangent line to f at x equal 1. Oh, I know this is the tangent line, and I know 2 points in the tangent line. He gave me 2 points in the tangent line. This 2 and 3 is not in the curve, it's in the tangent line. If I have 2 points, I can find the slope. The slope will be what? Delta y over delta x, which is 3 minus 2 over 2 minus 1, which is 1 over 1, which is 1. That's it. Same thing. Same idea. This is 4 and 3. Okay, like this. This is 4 and 3. I want the tangent line at f prime at 4. I need the slope of the tangent line to f at x equal 4. Passes through another point, which is 0 and 2. So it will be the slope, delta y over delta x, which is 3 minus 2 over 4 minus 0, which is 1 over 4, which is this one. I'm sorry, usually I delete this, but it seems now. I don't know. Okay. An expression of the slope of the tangent line of this function at this point. You want what's an expression? Look at the answers, because I have 2 definitions. H goes to 0 f of a plus h. I need to find f prime at 4. Slope of the tangent line, which is f prime at 4, at pi over 4. Need to find f prime at pi over 4. What is the limit of this over h? Or I have the another expression, which is limit x goes to pi over 4, f of x minus f of pi over 4 over x minus pi over 4. Here I can make a pi over 4. This is pi over. If you look at the answers, I'm using which definition? For sure, I'm using this definition. So I will do this for this function. F prime at pi over 4 will be what? Limit x goes to pi over 4. F of x, which is cosine square x, minus. What is f of pi over 4? It will be square root of 2 over 2 square, which is 2 over 4, which is half, minus half over x minus pi over 4. Do we have this? Yes, it's this one. This one, no. This one, no. This one, no, also. And this one, also no. It's x square. So this is the only solution. So this is just to force you to use the definition. Another function, oh, this is the same one. Okay. So, no, this is, yeah, this is wrong. This should be an expression of this function. E to the power x, the same thing, the same, sorry for that, but the function is ex plus x, and at x equal 0. This is what I want to do. Ax plus x, and this is x at x equals 0. So we'll do the same. F prime at 0, slope of the tangent line at x equals 0, that's f prime at 0. Limit x goes to 0, f of x minus f of 0 over x minus 0. That will be limit x goes to 0. The function, which is ax plus x, minus f at 0. What is f at 0? E to the power 0 plus 0, which is 1, minus 1 over x, which is this one. This is wrong. All the rest is wrong. So this is our solution. Okay. Suppose you know that the derivative of tan is secant square. I know the derivative of tan is secant square of x. These things equal to what? All of these questions just to force you to use the definition. If you look at it, I want to think about this definition. X goes to pi over 4, f of x, or x goes to a, f of x minus f of a over x minus a. Notice I have x goes to a and I have x minus a. So I have x equal goes to pi over 4, but this is not x minus pi over 4. However, I can do small calculation things. That would be tan x minus 1 over, I can take 4 as a common factor. This is x minus pi over 4. And this 4, can take it out. This is equal to 1 over 4 out of the limit. X goes to pi over 4, tan x minus 1 over x minus pi over 4. Okay. Now I have the same format. X goes to a, x minus a. And this is my function. Look at 1. 1 is what? Tan of pi over 4. So very clear, this one is what? It's the derivative of f of x, which is tan x at x equal pi over 4, using this definition. Because this is the definition of the derivative at a. I hope it's clear. If you look at this format with this format, they are the same, where f of x is tan x and a is pi over 4. So this is the derivative for this function at x equal pi over 4. And I know that, so this will be 1 over 4 with tan x, with the derivative of tan x derivative at x equal pi over 4. What is tan x derivative? He gave it to me. It's secant square x at x equal pi over 4. That will be what? 1 over 4 times. What is secant pi over 4? Square root of 2. Square it. Will be square root of 2 square, and that 2 over 4, which is half. So this is my answer. I hope it's clear. Another function, I have a function f of 1 equal 1. Okay. And you give me this one. This one remind you about something? Yes, this is what? This is f prime at 1. Why is that? Because this one is f at 1 from this. So you have f prime at 1 equal half. What they want? They want the equation of the tangent line to the graph of f at x equal 1. I know what's the equation of tangent line. Well, first let me find the slope. The slope is what? Will be f prime at 1, which is half. And the point 1 and 1, because this is the point of tangency, which passes through the curve. And so you have a curve at 1, and the tangent line will be something like this. So it passes through this point, 1 and 1. So it will be the equation y minus 1 equal half x minus 1 multiplied by 2, y minus 2 equal x minus 1, make it all equal to 0. So I have 2y minus x minus 1 equals 0, which is this answer. Okay. You have this limit is equal f prime of a. I notice it should be similar to which limit? Limit h goes to 0. F of a plus h minus f of a over h. That will be my prime of a, which I will compare. This is h, this is h. So it means I need to compare what? The numerator. I notice f of a is e minus 3. And this is minus 3 plus h. So this is like a plus h, and this is a. Can do this? Yes. So if this is the case, this will be, what will be my function? Is e to the power x, and my a is what? Minus 3. Where I can double check f prime at a using the definition for this function and this a, h goes to 0. F of a plus h minus f of a over h. And that will be limit, h goes to 0. E was minus 3 plus h. This is a plus h minus 3 plus h. Minus e was minus 3, which is a over h, which is the same as this one. So this is correct. Ax and a equal minus 3, which is this one. You have this function. You want to find this limit. So let us do calculation. Let me do it here. That will be limit. H goes to 0. I have x plus h over 1 plus x plus h. What's the meaning of x plus h? X, I will write it instead of it x plus h minus x over 1 plus x all over h. So I will do the limit things, calculations, limit h goes to 0. I have what here? H, 1 plus x, 1 plus x plus h, 1 plus x times x plus h, minus x times 1 plus x plus h. What will be that? Limit h goes to 0. Do the derivative, do the product, x plus h plus x squared plus xh minus x squared minus xh over h, 1 plus x plus h. This is cancelled. This one cancelled. XH cancelled with minus XH. So I have H So you have limit h goes to 0. H, you can take it with x, with h, 1 plus x. Or I can write it h and h, 1 plus x plus h. This is cancelled. So you have what? As it goes to 0, that will be 1 plus x all square. X does not depend on h, so to not affect it, it goes to 0, which is this one. Which is I'm finding the derivative, by the way. The slope of the tangent line to the curve, this curve at this point. You want the slope of the tangent line. We know that the slope of the tangent line is what? Is f prime at a, which is 0. So this will be what? Limit. Which definition I'm using? Since it's x, so I'm using the, I think this definition will be easier. As x goes to 0. And that will be what? Limit s goes to 0. F of x. What will be f at 0? It will be 0 minus 1. So this is minus 1 over x. That will be limit x goes to 0. X squared minus ax plus 1 over x, which is this one. The slope of tangent line to this curve at this point is this. If you don't know how to find the derivative, you need to do it the long way. I say y prime will be the limit. I need to find what? I need to find, if this is f of x, call it f of x. Then I need to find f prime at 2. This is what I'm looking for. If you know the formula, you know y prime will be what? 101x. You just divide I2, you get this answer, which is very clear. If you don't know the formula, you need to use the limit things. That will be the limit as x goes to 2, f of x minus f of 2 over x minus 2. That will be limit x goes to 2, f of x 5 or 5 x squared plus 1. F at 2, you put 2 here. You have 4 times 5 or 5. That's 202 minus 1 over, or you can leave it 505 times 4, since I will take common factor, over x minus 2. This is cancelled. So this will be limit is going to 2. Take 505 common factor. I have x squared minus 4 over x minus 2. This I have 0 over 0. So I need to deal with the limit 505. This is x minus 2 times x plus 2 over x minus 2. Cancelled. That will be 505 times 4, which is, we know, it's 220, which is this one. Yes. Or you can use it right away here. So it will be y prime at 2. It will be 2020. If you know the formula. The slope of the tangent line to this curve at x equals 0. This is, you can make it x plus 3 to the power minus 1, where y prime is what? Minus 1 over x plus 3. It will be minus, and I will try most of these problems using the formula and the definition, which is minus 1 over x plus 3 whole square. At x equals 0, that means f prime. F prime at 0 is what? Minus 1 over 9. The slope of the tangent line, and we want what? I want f prime at 0, which is, using the definition, limit x goes to 0, f of x minus f of 0 over x minus 0, which is limit x goes to 0. This function, f of 0, it will be minus 1 over 3 over x. If we substitute, you're getting 0 minus 0 over 0. So you need to manipulate it. That will be 3 minus x minus 3 over 3x, x plus 3. Cancelled, cancelled. This one cancelled. Over 0 minus 1 over 9, which is this answer. F of x equal this, the slope of tangent line to the curve at x equal a. What they want? F prime at a. At a. You can deal with a like of any number. given that A is the domain of f of x. So how to find the domain? By the way, if you use the formula, you need to be careful. We need the chain rule here. So I will use it using the derivative, the definition, limit x goes to A, f of x minus f of A over x minus A. That will be limit x goes to A, f of x square root 1 minus 4x, f of A square root minus 1 4A over x minus A. Substitute, you have 0 over 0. So rationalize. What you will get, limit x goes to A, 1 minus 4x minus 1 plus 4A over x minus A square root 1 minus 4x plus square root 1 minus 4A. Cancelled. Can take 4 as a common factor. I have A minus x over x minus A square root 1 minus 4x square root 1 minus 4A. This is cancelled, remaining minus 1. So my answer is minus 4 over, and let x goes to A. So I have 1 minus 4A, 2 square root 1 minus 4A, and that is minus 2 over square root 1 minus 4A, which is this one. The equation, the tangent line to this curve at this point with coordinate x equals 0. They want the equation of the tangent line. What is the equation of the tangent line? I know it's y minus f at 0. This is my A equal f prime at 0 times x minus 0. So I need to find f prime of this. This is f of x. F of x equal 2 over 1 minus 3x. I need a chain rule since this is not a linear function, but coefficient of x is not 1. So f prime of x will be what? Limit, well, let me say at 0. I need it at 0. X goes to 0. F of x minus f of 0 over x minus 0. So that will be limit x goes to 0 of what? F of x 2 over 1 minus 3x minus, at 0 it's minus 2, correct? Yeah, this is 0, 2 over x. That will be limit x goes to 0. This is over 1 of what? X 1 minus 3x, and this is 2 minus 2 plus 6x. Okay, this is cancelled. Also the x cancelled with the x. I'm getting what? 6. So this is f prime at 0. So what will be the equation? By the way, f at 0 is what? 2. F at 0 is 2. So equation y minus 2 equals 6, x minus 0, which implies y equal 6x plus 2, which is this one. An equation of the tangent line to this hyperbola at this point. Here I can use the definition, the formulas. I know that y prime will be what? 2x minus 2. But let me do it also the long way. I need equation of tangent line. It means y minus f of 2 equal f prime at 2, x minus 2. So this is A. A is 2. A is 2. F at 2 is what? This is minus 1 from here. Or you can get it from here also. Minus 2 over 2, which is minus 1. F prime at 2, how to find it? Long way, limit x goes to 2, f of x minus f of 2 over x minus 2. And that will be limit x goes to 2, f of x, which is minus 2 over x, f of 2 minus minus 1. So this is will be plus 1 over x minus 2. That will be limit x goes to 2 here over 1, x minus 2, minus 2 plus x, which is I can cancel it with this one. The remaining, which is x minus 2. Yeah, this is cancelled. So x minus 2 over x minus 2. So I'm getting what? Half. It should be half. Yeah, which is very clear. Also, it's half here. F prime at 2, it's 2 over 4, which is half. This is x to the power minus 2. Okay. So the equation y plus 1 equal half x minus 2. Multiply by 2, 2y plus 2 equal x minus 2. It's very clear, you see all of them equal 0. So I take it to the other side. I take this to the other side because I write it x, x, x. So it's x minus 2y minus 4 equals 0, which is this one. The equation of the tangent line to the curve at the point this. What I want, what's the equation? Y minus f at 0, f prime at 0, x minus 2, like what we did before. F at 0 is what? Is 2. So just I need to write f prime at 0. Any chain rule for this one, or I can use the formula limit s goes to 0, f of x minus f of 0 over x minus 0. That will be limit x goes to 0, 2 over 1 minus 2x, f of 0, which is 2 over 1 over x. That will be limit s goes to 0. I have x1 minus 2x. Here I have 2 minus 2 plus 4x. Cancel, cancel. And x also cancelled. And you have what? 4 over 1, which is 4. So this is f prime at 0. So what will be the equation? Y minus 2 equal 4x minus 0, or y equal 4x plus 2, which is what this. If of x equal this, find the prime at 2. Very clear. F prime at x, 2x minus 2. F prime at 2 will be 4 minus 2 equal 2. If you want to do it the long way, I say limit it goes to 2, f of x minus f of 2 over x minus 2. That will be limit it goes to 2, x squared minus 2x plus 3. What is f at 2? F at 2 is 4 minus 4 plus 3, which is minus 3 over x minus 2. That will be limit s goes to 2, x squared minus 2x over x minus 2. That limit is goes to 2. Take x common factor. Cancel, substitute 2, which is this answer. As I said, I will do these problems using the definition. Using the definition. This is the definition. And the formula. If it does not need there is no need for the chain rule. This is I need the chain rule, so do it through the formula. Limit x goes to 4, f of x minus f of 4 over x minus 4. So that will be limit x goes to 4, 4 minus this. What is f at 4? F at 4 is 4 minus 3, which is 1. So this is minus 1 over x minus 4. That will be limit x goes to 4, 3 minus square root 2x plus 1 over x minus 4. Substitute, I'm getting 0 over 0, so I need to rationalize it. That will be what? Limit x goes to 4, 9 minus 2x minus 1 over x minus 4, 3 plus 2x plus 1. And that will be what? Limit x goes to 4, 8 minus 2x over x minus 4, 3 plus square root 2x plus 1. This is what? 2, 4 minus x. This is, give me minus 1. So that will be minus 2. X goes to 4. This is 3 over 3 plus 3, which is minus 2 over 6, which is minus 1 over 3, which is this one. A particle moves along a straight line with this equation of motion. Where is measured in meters and t is measured in seconds. They want what? The speed. What is the speed? The speed equal absolute value f prime at 5. It's absolute value f prime at 5. I know how to find the derivative for this one. F prime will be minus t is minus 2 minus 1. So f prime at t at 5 will be minus 1 over 25 minus 1, which is minus 26 over 25. With the absolute value, it should be 26 over 25. But let me do it also the long way. F prime at 5 will be limit x goes to 5, f of x minus f of 5 over x minus 5. That will be limit x goes to 5. T or x is the difference x to 1 over x. Let me make it 1 over x minus x minus. What is f at 5? F at 5 is 1 over 5 minus 1. Minus 5, I mean. And that's equal to what? No, just leave it 1 over 5 minus 5. Who cares? Minus 1 over 5. I'll tell you why. Minus 5. Oh, no, we can't do it, no problem. 5 is what? 5 is 25 over 5. So this is minus 24 over 25. Correct? 1 over 5. 5 is 25 over 5. So it's minus 24 over 5. We can do it. This over x minus 5. That will be limit. X goes to 5. Now take common factor, which is 5x. This is 5x. So I need 5 here. 5x squared here. Minus 24x. Correct? Yeah. It should be. This is neck over 1. So this is limit. X goes to 5. Let me just arrange it. Take minus common factor. So you have what? 5x squared plus 24x minus 5 over 5x x minus 5. And that will be the limit as it goes to 5 of what? Minus 5x here x. I want this is negative plus 25, so x plus 5 x minus 5 should be minus 5. That will give me what? Yeah. Is minus 25. Should be what? Is there a mistake somewhere? F of x is 1 over x minus x over 1. F of 5, 1 over 5 minus 5. Yeah. F of 5 is minus 24. So this is plus. So this is plus. So this should be minus. Yeah. So now I have x minus 5 is minus 25. This is plus 1. This is plus 1 over 5x x minus 5. This is cancelled. Substitute. 5 times 5, 26. 25 plus 1, 26 over 25. So it's minus 26 over 25. So this is the answer? No, because I know the speed is what? Absolute value of minus 26 over 25, which is 26 over 25, which is this is the answer. Okay. If a ball is thrown into the air with its height, this is position function, then find its velocity when it hits the ground. I need to find V at t. Can do it using the formula. It will be 10 minus what? 98 over 10t. We'll do it also the long way. But first, let us understand the problem. I need to find the velocity when it hits the ground. When it will hit the ground, when y of t equals 0. When the position function is 0. First, let me do this, and then I'll find the derivative, which is v of t is y prime at t. Okay. You can do it the direct way, or you can do it the wrong way. I'll do both. Y of t equals 0. Y of t equals 0. When is that? I have 10t minus 49 over 10t. 10 t squared equals 0. Take t common factor. You have 10 minus 49 over 10t equals 0. That means t equals 0, or 10 minus 49 over 10t equals 0. That means what? 10 equal 49 over 10t. That means t equal 100 over 49. For sure, it will hit the ground, not at t equals 0. This is the beginning, so it will hit the ground at this. So I need to find, the question is what? Find the velocity at 100 over 49. Find the velocity at 100 over 49. So let me do the calculation and see what will happen. If you have the formula, v at 100 over 49 will be what? 10 minus 98 over 10 times 100 over 49. This is 1, this is 2, this is 1, this is 10. 10 minus 20, which is minus 10, which is this answer. The remaining is to find v at t. Actually, I can do it for any a, for any t, which is, I can do it the wrong way. Limit, can do it using the other formula. H goes to 0. F of t plus h, v of t plus h, v of t plus h minus v of t over h. That will be limit h goes to 0. Just to get this formula, the same formula. 10 t plus h minus 49 over 10 t plus h squared minus 10t plus 49 over 10t squared, which is v at t over h. This will be limit h goes to 0, 10t plus 10h minus 49 over 10t squared. This is what? T squared plus 2th plus h squared. Yeah. So I have minus 49 over 10t squared. With 2t, it will be what? Minus 98 over t minus 48 over 10 th minus 49 over 10 t squared. Okay. No. H squared, I mean. This is h squared. Minus 10t plus 49 over 10 t squared. This is over h. This one cancelled with this one. This one cancelled with this one. Now I can take h common factor in the numerator. What is the remaining? 10 minus 98 over 10 t, okay, minus 49 over 10h all over h. Cancelled. H goes to 0 means this goes to 0. So you have 10 minus 98 over 10t, which is the same formula as this one. Same formula as this one. So I should have the same answer, which is minus 10. I'll find v of t, which is y prime at t. I'm finding it using the wrong way. Same idea. If rock is thrown upward, blah blah blah, velocity. This is v0. 3.10. Who cares? Is given by this function. The instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity means what? I need to find v at 1 equal what? You can find the derivative v equal y prime, which is 10 minus what? 1.86 times 2. This is 2, 3, 9, correct? 1, 3. 3.92, which is 3 point what? This is by 3. Who cares? This is 3. 2 times 6 is 12. 2, 1. 16, 17, 3. 3.37, 3.72. That will be what? 6.28, which is the answer. Yeah, this is 9 and this is 1. Okay, do it the wrong way. V at 1 equal what? You can do it long way. Each one, x goes to 1. Y at 1. Y at 1. Y at I need to find y prime. So this is y at t minus y at 1 over t minus 1. Make it t goes to 1. So limit t goes to 1. Y at t, which is 10t minus 1.86 t squared. Y at 1. Y at 1 will be what? 10 minus 1.86. That is what? Yeah. 10 minus 1.86. That is 8.14. Huh? Yeah, I need to factor this over t minus 1. How to factor this one? It will be very complicated. Yeah, fraction. I think, believe me, this is the derivative. Yeah. What's the derivative? Yeah, t. I need to take common factor and factor this, which is very complicated. T equal 1. This will be what? Will be 0. So I need to factor it at t equal 1. Doing the wrong way. It will be very complicated, really. Especially with this fraction. So I think you must do it using the definition, using the derivative, which is we know. So I will leave it. You get me? This is very complicated. No need to waste time. You can do it very clear. This one should be, since 1 minus 1.86 minus, this is t equal 1 is a factor of it. Just you need the remaining over t minus 1, where you will get the answer. Okay. Yeah. Let s of t equal this position function over, I want what? The average velocity. You want the average velocity. What will be v average? Will be s at 3 minus s at 0 over 3 minus 0. And that is what? Just substitute 3 plus 3e cubed. S at 0 is what? 3 plus 0 over 3. And that will be 3 plus 3e cubed minus 3 over 3 cancelled, and that will be e cubed, which is this one. Here, actually, it needs the chain rule. You cannot do. Oh no, he wants the average velocity. Oh, okay. The average velocity is what? S at 2 minus S at 1 over 2 minus 1. Let me do S at 2 and S at 1 aside, since it's sometimes a little bit complicated. Sine 2 pi plus 3 cosine 2 pi. Sine 2 pi is 0. This is 1, so this is 3. S at 1, 2 sine pi plus 3 cosine pi. Okay, that's 0, but this is minus 1, so this is minus 3. So S of 2 is 3 minus minus 3 over 1, and that is will be 6. Cost in dollar is this function. Find the average rate of change from this to this. What will be that? C at 12 minus C at 10 over 12 minus 10. And that will be C at 12. Let me do it. 4, 13 times 12 plus 12 square. And that will be what? This is 144. This is 156. Add them. It will be what? 0, 0, 300. That will be 300, which is 12 times 25, 300. So this is 304. C at 10 will be 4, 13 times 10 plus 10 square. That will be what? 100, 130, 230, 234. So I have 304 minus 234 over 2. 304 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, that will be 70. Over 2, that's 35. And this is that. Now the question a different way. Now he has f of x continuous function over 0 to 4. You want this expression means what? If you do just a simple things, these two, you write it 2.5 minus 0.5. Now this is very clear. This is the average rate of change over this interval. This is the derivative, no. Slope of tangent line, which is derivative, no. Slope of tangent line, which is derivative, no. The average over 0 to 4, no. This should be f of 4 minus f of 0 over 4 minus 0, which is not correct. So this is also not correct. So this is the correct answer. If a and b be two real numbers, so that a greater than b and a greater than 0, this is f of x, a square root x minus b, for which values of a and b, slope the tangent line at this point is equal to a. I want the slope of the tangent line at this, which is what? F prime at a equals a. You're saying when this is correct. Not a and b are real numbers, huh? Are numbers, just the variable is x. So I need to do f prime and do it long way, which is limit h goes to 0, f of a plus h, f of x plus h, minus f of x over h, and that will be limit h goes to 0, a square root x plus h minus b, minus a square root x minus b over h. Substitute, I have 0 over 0, rationalize. What you will get limit, it goes to 0. Now this is the denominator. In numerator, I have what? A square x plus h minus b minus a square x minus b. Don't need all of this. Need this. So this is limit. It goes to 0. A square x plus a square h minus a square b minus a square x plus a square b over this h a square root x plus h minus b plus a square root x minus b. And I cancel with this. This cancels with this. H also cancel with this. I can substitute. So I have a square over a. This. This h goes to 0. So I have 2a square root x minus b. So this is my derivative. So this is f prime at x. What I need f prime at a equal a. So it means I need a square over 2a square root a minus b equal to a. When this is correct, I need b equal to what? I need to find b in terms of a. So that, let me do it here. That will be a square equal to a square square root a minus b. I can cancel a square. Why I can do this? Because he says a positive. So it means half equal a minus b. That means equal square root a minus b. I just divide by 2. So it means 1/4 equal a minus b. So that means b is a minus 1/4. And this is what I'm looking for. So this is my b. So this is my answer. I'll do this one and the next one, and then I will stop. I have this function. I need to find f prime at 0. I cannot do it using the formulas. I must do it through the derivative. H goes to 0, f of 0 plus h minus f of 0 over h. This is left and right are the same, so no need to do it. F of 0 plus h, it will be what? H cubed sine 1 over h. F of 0 is 0 minus 0 over h, and that will be limit h goes to 0, h squared sine 1 over h. I know this limit is equal to 0 by sandwich theorem, or by squeeze theorem. Squeeze theorem. So the answer f prime at 0 equal 0. The same thing here. F prime at 0 will be limit h goes to 0, f of 0 plus h minus f of 0 over h. No need left and right. That means limit h goes to 0, h squared sine 1 over h minus 0 over h, and that will be limit h goes to 0, h sine 1 over h, which is equal to 0 by sandwich theorem. So this is equal to 0. Yeah. Let me do this one also. It's a good one. If you notice, this is y equal x squared. This is y equal x squared. Okay. And they want to find the tangent line which intersects the x-axis at x equal 1. I have one here. So I'm looking for this tangent line. Where the tangent line touched the curve, I don't know. So how to find the equation of that tangent line? The most important point is this point, which we call it point of tangency. I will call it A. This is the value A. I need to find this value A. And then what will be, since why it's important? Because it's part of the curve and part of the tangent line. So since it's in the curve, that should be A square. And this point is 1 and 0. Now, since this is the curve, y equals x squared, I know how to find the derivative. Let me do it the shortest way, 2x. Y prime equal to x. So what will be the slope of the tangent at this point, A? It will be 2A. And not only that, I know this line passed through this point and this point. So I can find its slope in another way, which is A squared minus 0 delta y over A minus 1. These two should be the same. So I will use this to find A. If I find A, I find everything. 2A equal A squared over A minus 1. Do the calculation. So 2A squared minus 2A equal A squared. That means what? A squared minus 2A, which is A minus 2 equals 0. So either A equals 0 or A equal 2. A equals 0, it means it's horizontal line, which is the x-axis, which is not part of the answer. So I will use A equal to. A equal to. A equal to. What will be the slope of the tangent? It will be 4. This is what I need. I know there is one point of the curve, 1 and 0. To find the equation of any line, I need the slope, which is I get it, and the point. The point given, but the slope, I did all of this to get the slope. So the equation, you can use this point, you can use this point, you can use any point, but this is, I think, easier, very clear. Y minus 0 equal 4x minus 1. So it means y equal 4x minus 4. And this is my solution. I think I will stop here. And inshallah, we'll continue later, inshallah. Thank you.